in Merseburg, or that guy very unfriendly. Seat belt as far had been in water. Like there's so much. Hey there, welcome to Williard's World. At the end of this video, you would have got information about purchasing a car in Germany, especially if it's a second-hand car or a used car. 5 things you should look out for if you are, you're a novice like me. I am Williard. Nice to meet you too. Comment down below. Yeah, let's be friends. I think 5 years ago, I bought my very first car in Germany. And also the same 5 years ago, I learned to drive for the very first time in my life. I had sat in a car before, but didn't know how to move it. So basically, I became an adult in Germany. Ago I bought a new car, so yes, congratulations are in order. Yay! No, not so yay. A car is a liability, but in my case, or in most people's case, especially if you live especially if you live in the countryside and you work far away, or vice versa, then you know that a car is no more a luxury, it's actually something you need to be functional. So the first car I bought was in 2021, I think right after I had learned how to drive. So if you want to know more about my learning how to drive journey, it was a journey, guys. Then comment down below, driving journey, and I will come back and do a refresher on that story time, okay? But for today, we're just going to talk about the new car and the journey so far. So when I got the first car, I had no experience. I have my partner would go on the internet and search. So if you're looking to buy a car and it's not a brand new car that you're looking for, because cars are expensive. No matter the kind of car, the brand, cars are expensive, okay? And they depreciate so fast. And so he went online and he started checking cars. So you can check Autoscout. This is not an advert, but for you, if you're looking to buy a car, Autoscout. You have private people who are selling cars also on Facebook and the rest. But just to be on the safer side, so that you have some sort of guarantee, I would really recommend you try handlers or people who are from auto houses. Even if it's a used car, at least it should be from a verified source. So that's the first tip. If you're looking to buy a car, we started searching on Autoscout.de. You have all this, all these Check 24 like websites, or you can even just go to whatever brand you like Ford, VW, VW, BMW, Mercedes, Opel, all the brands. And then you write used car, which is Gebrauchtwagen in Deutsch. So that's how we started looking. And my partner did most of the work. I'm going to give him credit for that. He looked and he would always send me links. He would say, look, this one looks good. But the first experience, we didn't have much of an experience with Gebrauchtwagens or used cars. So I was mainly concentrated on it should be automatic. And when we were looking around, some of the cars were really far away. They were in Berlin or, really far. You had to drive over 1 hour. And the one I found was near me, so I took it. That was my first Opel. It was an Opel Corsa. But it had a lot of kilometers. That was the first problem, because it means it's already been used very well. Okay? So the first thing you should look out for is it should have less kilometers, or at least that's what we were looking for the second time. And the number of owners. Ideally, we were looking for a rentner, so that would be a pensioner, someone who has used the car maybe just for shopping, short distances, and they're like, oh, I'm tired now, I don't want to use a car anymore, and so they're selling it. And then, but the first car, which is automatic, it had so many problems that we ignore. So some people would say so many red flags that we ignored. We just went straight away and bought the car. without, you know. And later on, guys, the car really tried its best. It was from 2006. It had over 120 kilometers, and it was an automatic, a benzene, which is the more environmental friendly gas, right? And it had already, I think, 2 or 3 users. So yeah, the car was already finished, but it carried me for at least 2021, 22, 23, beginning of 24. The car actually did a very good job. I really appreciate that car, and I bought it for 4,500. Okay, how can you pay for a car? You can pay for a car by rates. So you can check banks, or, you know, they have so many credit institutions in Germany, and you can submit like your you submit your details. You go online, you have credits like that. You don't really have to go to the bank. You go online, you put in your name, the job you do, how much you get, and then they'll search for a credit for you, and then they'll give you how much you're qualified for, and then you can buy a car. Or you just go directly to the auto house or the car dealers, and then they will also put in your information and tell you how much you can afford. So that's one way of paying for a car. Or you can pay cash if you have cash. Some people have cash, they can pay cash. Or yeah, I guess those are the 2 ways of buying a car. It's either you pay cash, or you have an old car, you give it away, and maybe it's so much as your new car, and you get a new car. So you can pay cash, or you can pay by installments. So you pay rates by rates. They spread it over a period of time, how much you can be able to afford, and then you're good to go. After that car served me, it had a lot of problems, guys. Later on, the car started, you just be driving, you stand in the traffic, and it will start accelerating, and it started becoming too much. I used to be fearing for my life when I'm driving it, but I was stubborn because I didn't want to buy a new car, because obviously a new car means money, okay? But then the second time, this is the car I'm in right now.
Guys, it's late.
I think I have made like a short video about the body outside. So it's the same car that I used, but much younger. It had, when we bought it, just 23,000 kilometers. Yay! So this time around we had much more experience. And I also, after purchasing the car, I took it to the car center that I go to usually for my checks, and, you know, asked them to please check it for me. They were kind enough, and they did check. Now, what you should watch out for you are going to buy a car. Obviously, I am big on impression. Let me check how far we are. I'm big on impression. What impression do I have when I go somewhere? Sometimes people think I'm too sensitive, or I am always watching for different things. No, I mean, if I'm buying something from someone, then I want to be treated nicely, and I want the person to show me interest, that they're interested in selling. But the problem is, sometimes when you go to some car dealers, like, they really don't pay attention. Oh, I remember we went to one car dealer. There were so many nice people. One of the best was Auto Welt. They had such good customer service, and the Kauf Auto, or what's the name of the place? Autoland in Merseburg. The guy there also, he was really nice. But I remember the first car when we went somewhere to a car center in Merseburg. Oh, that guy was very, very, very unfriendly. So yeah, you have some places where you go and they are willing to help you. They have the time. Some people just want to sell cars, okay? I don't blame them. They just want to sell and move forward. But for me, customer service is not just during the encounter. It is before, during, and then after. Even when you write the person an email, hi, it's been a month now, how is the car going, is there any way we can help you? That's exceptional customer service. Yeah, but I mean, maybe their bosses are not paying them well enough to do that. So yeah, everyone is doing the minimum. I wrote down the engagement, the questions to ask, and then you can watch so many videos on YouTube. Now you have shorts, Instagram, and all of that. You have people who know a lot about cars, and they give you tips what you should look out for. Somebody said you should pull the seat belt as far as it comes out, and then see if you see a line here, it means the car had been in water. Like, there's so many tips what to look out for. So yeah, and then the insurance also, you have insurance, you have to pay for insurance for the car. When you get a good offer, the people where you buy the car, they register the car for you and all of that, so you don't need to do that because those things take time. And if you're an individual on your own, it also costs a lot of money. So yeah, I hope I have been able to cover the topic as much as possible, not just telling you guys, hey, I got a new car, but I also gave you information. So if you are, wherever you are, an American, an African, an European, Asian, Arabic, which other continent is there in? Australian, wherever you're from in the world, guys, and you are a foreigner, you're also in Germany, and you've been looking for, you know, some tips on cars, buying cars, driving in Germany. Once you've learned how to drive and you learned it well, you should be okay. I mean, I had a few scratches on my first car, and I'm not saying I'm not able to do that now, but I'm much more careful, and I learned from the best, guys. My teacher was the best. Herr Opitz in Merseburg, definitely recommend. If you're in Sachsen-Anhalt, you live in Halle or Merseburg or around, I would recommend you go to him. Very, very sympathetic man, and understanding, and also patient, and just a nice, kind human being. Yeah. And also, yeah, the auto houses around, yeah, you have to be lucky to get someone who really just has passion to sell regardless, you know. So that's it, rounding up. If you have your questions, let me know in the comment section. I can do a part 2, my driving journey, how it was for me learning how to drive, how much it is, and if you really need it, or you should drive from Africa before you come here, you know, all such questions. Let me know. I hope this one was helpful, and then yeah, have a good evening, have a lovely week or weekend, whichever time you're watching this video, and I'll see you again in the next video. I've been watching here instead of in the lens. Oh my god.